Welcome to the List of channel, where we uncover the extraordinary in the everyday, and sometimes the incredibly old and dusty. Today, we're diving headfirst into the magnificent, mysterious, and downright mind-bending world of art, specifically those iconic paintings that have been whispering secrets for centuries. Forget what you think you know, because we're about to pull back the curtain on the hidden meanings, concealed symbols, and the occasional artistic prank embedded in some of the most famous canvases ever created. So grab your magnifying glass, or just your sense of wonder, because these aren't just pretty pictures. They're puzzles waiting to be solved. First up, a masterpiece so iconic it's practically a meme, The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. On the surface, it's pretty clear. Jesus dropping a bombshell about betrayal and everyone freaking out. But look closer. Art historians have argued for centuries about the figure to Jesus' right. Is it the Apostle John, looking surprisingly feminine? Or is it Mary Magdalene, a theory that launched 1,000 conspiracy novels? Then there's the hidden knife, seemingly held by Peter, pointing away from the scene but adding a layer of implied threat. Some even claim Leonardo wove musical notes into the bread rolls and hands, forming a short melody. Imagine all that drama and a secret soundtrack too. It's like Jesus had a full pop-up video experience going on. Next, we journey to 15th century Bruges for the Arnolfini Portrait by Jan van Eyck. At first glance, it appears to be a formal wedding portrait of a wealthy couple. But wait, there are more secrets here than a forgotten diary. The single lit candle in broad daylight, perhaps symbolizing the all-seeing eye of God, or maybe even a wedding candle that's just gone out. But why one? The little dog at their feet? A classic symbol of fidelity. And the artist's signature above the convex mirror, proclaiming Jan van Eyck was here 1434, suggests he wasn't just painting a portrait, but acting as a witness to a significant event, perhaps a betrothal or a financial agreement. The mirror itself reflects not only the couple from behind, but also two other figures, presumably the artist and another witness. Frankly, if you zoom in enough on this painting, you start to feel like Van Eyck is just showing off how many hidden details he can cram into one scene. Our third stop takes us to Hans Holbein the Younger's Captivating the Ambassadors. This striking double portrait features two wealthy, educated gentlemen surrounded by objects that speak to their knowledge of science, music, and travel. All very serious and intellectual, right? Well, prepare for a skull-shattering secret. Stretched across the bottom of the canvas is a distorted, elongated shape that, when viewed from a specific angle, usually from the top right, transforms into a perfect human skull. It's a classic memento mori, a reminder of death's inevitability, cleverly disguised. And not so subtly hidden in the top left corner, peeking out from behind a curtain, is a small crucifix. It's Holbein's way of saying, all your earthly knowledge and riches, they're nothing compared to the divine, and you're all gonna die anyway. A bit of a buzzkill for two high-flying diplomats, but undeniably brilliant. Now, brace yourselves for a deep dive into Hieronymus Bosch's utterly bizarre and brilliant The Garden of Earthly Delights. This triptych starts beautifully on the left with the Garden of Eden, then explodes into a central panel teeming with naked figures, giant fruit, and strange animal interactions, before plunging into a nightmarish vision of hell. The secret here isn't a single symbol, but the entire painting's meaning itself. Is it a moral warning against temptation and sin? An alchemical allegory? Or perhaps a premonition of what happens when humanity just decides to throw one giant, chaotic party? People riding giant birds, men embracing fish, bodies intertwined with fruit big enough to feed a village. Honestly, it's less a painting and more a medieval fever dream. Trying to decipher every single interaction is like trying to explain the internet to someone from the 15th century. From the surreal to the sublime, we arrive at Raphael's magnificent The School of Athens. This fresco celebrates philosophical and scientific thought, featuring a grand assembly of ancient thinkers. Plato and Aristotle are front and center, but the true delight lies in spotting the secret cameos. Many scholars believe Raphael painted himself into the scene, peeking out on the far right. Even more famously, he often used his contemporary artists as models for the ancient masters. Leonardo da Vinci is widely believed to be the model for Plato. while Michelangelo strikes a brooding pose as Heraclitus. Euclid, demonstrating geometry, bears a striking resemblance to the architect Donato Bramante. It's the Renaissance equivalent of putting your celebrity friends in your blockbuster movie. A little bit of insider humor, a whole lot of artistic genius. Next, we confront the powerful and often misunderstood The Night Watch by Rembrandt. Despite its popular name, this monumental work isn't actually set at night. It's thought to be a daytime scene that's simply darkened over centuries due to layers of grime and varnish. The painting depicts a civic guard company, but it breaks all the rules of traditional group portraits. Instead of static, equally lit figures, Rembrandt captures a moment of dynamic action, with some figures in shadow and others brightly illuminated. The mysterious little girl in golden attire, often seen as a mascot or an allegorical figure, adds another layer of intrigue. And here's a true secret. If you look closely, the men who paid for this painting probably weren't too happy. Rembrandt prioritized artistic drama over perfectly symmetrical, flattering portraits, meaning some contributors were less visible than others. Imagine paying good money to be immortalized, only to end up half hidden behind someone else's arm. Let's shift gears to the swirling, emotional intensity of Vincent van Gogh's The Starry Night. At first glance, it's a breathtaking view of a vibrant night sky over a sleepy village. But this isn't just any night sky. Van Gogh painted this masterpiece from inside an asylum in Saint-Paul-de-Moselle, looking out his east-facing window. The fiery, dark cypress tree dominating the left side is often seen as a bridge between the earth and the heavens, or even a symbol of death and solace. The intense, almost hallucinatory swirls in the sky betray Van Gogh's turbulent mental state, making every brushstroke feel like an emotional release. The 11 stars, some speculate, could even be a reference to the biblical dream of Joseph. It's not just a beautiful landscape, it's a window into the soul of a genius, painted with the kind of energy that makes you feel a little dizzy just looking at it. And finally, we melt into the dreamscape of Salvador Dali's The Persistence of Memory. Those famous melting clocks draped over objects in a desolate landscape. What on earth do they mean? Dalí himself claimed the inspiration came from watching a piece of camembert cheese melt on a hot August day. Yes, really. Beyond dairy, the painting is widely interpreted as a profound exploration of time, its fluidity, its subjective nature, and how it can be both rigid and elastic. The melting clocks contradict the hard, unyielding landscape, suggesting that human perception shapes our experience of time. The strange, amoeba-like creature in the center of the canvas is often considered a distorted self-portrait of the artist, asleep, embodying the dream state that was so central to Surrealism. It's a reminder that sometimes the most profound insights come from the most unexpected places, like a melting block of cheese. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour through some of art history's greatest hits, revealing the hidden layers beneath their beauty. These paintings aren't just static images, they're conversations across centuries, filled with coded messages, personal jokes, and profound insights. Which secret surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed uncovering these artistic mysteries, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow art enthusiasts, and subscribe to List of for more fascinating discoveries. Until next time, keep looking closer!